Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have some of my amazing past graduates from my careers on vacation and some Wanderlust CEO of Jamie's a Wanderlust CEO grad too. Rejoining us. We're doing a Where Are They Now in celebration of our 30th anniversary celebration that we're doing. So first of all, let's get some confetti going. Congratulations, everybody. This is so exciting. You guys have been out of our programs now for a little bit, so I want to just do a round robin. Let's start with Jamie, and then I'll kind of go around in a circle. But Jamie, will you share with everyone kind of when you went through the COB program or Wanderlust CEO, for in your case it's both, and then kind of where are you now in your journey?
It has been an absolutely wonderful whirlwind. Is the best way that I can explain it, because I started COV in 2020 when, of course, the world was shut down and nobody knew when travel was coming back. But it was honestly the perfect time for me to take the program. And I went right into CEO. What happened in that interim, though, is I went from being hosted to being independent, and then really focusing on team building and everything. So currently, I just yesterday hired my 70th agent on my team. So big team. In our first 10 months of being independent, we sold over $1 million in travel. So we've met that $1 million mark the last 2 years. And then this year, that multi-million is definitely, in my sights. I think that's for sure going to happen. This has been way more, though, than just selling travel and building a team. My niche is accessible travel, and being able to reach the disability community, letting them see that travel is, out there for them. It is doable, but also bringing education to our suppliers and letting them see that including everybody isn't that hard. So it's really given me just a platform of having a bigger voice than I never would have had. So putting all of the marketing that we learned, the mindset that we learned, all of the tools that COB CEO provide has just been invaluable to me.
Love it, Jamie. That's so awesome. And if you guys don't know, Jamie's been on national stages. She's been on PR campaigns. Every time I look at her Instagram, she's on a new billboard or doing something just so amazing. So, Jamie, it has been so fun to kind of watch that progression as you have grown. Now with from being hosted to now having your own agency with 70 agents under you. Fantastic, my friend. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. All right, next we're going to go to Zoa. Now, Zoa, you graduated just a little more recently, so we're not expecting 70 agents just yet. That's totally fine. These are all about celebrating where you are. But tell everybody, if you would, kind of when you took the program and kind of what you've been working on since then.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to say yet is the key word here. So, so I started like Jamie. I was under a host, and I opened my agency back in May, and just got to a point, didn't know what to do next. And I found COV, graduated in August, I believe, or early October, and jumped right into the CEO program. I now have 2 ICs already. Within the first week of the CEO.
Yeah, she
program.
just started a couple weeks ago in the COB program. That's amazing, Zoa.
So I'm definitely excited for what the future holds. And I'm looking forward to ways that I can collaborate with other women, just to use my agency to empower women. I just had a conversation last night. So I'm just super excited about what the future holds and how I can help others through my agency and my workings. So
I love
awesome.
it. Yeah, you have such a great vision for your company. We're so excited that you're continuing that journey. successful for sure out of COV and now going into that next building phase of being an agency owner, certified
Yes,
agency
ma'am.
owner. That's awesome. Karen was letting us know in the green room before we started. She's got lots of fun going on. So Karen, what's been going on with you?
Yeah, so very similar to Zoa, I actually started my agency about last April, and I was with a totally different host and very lost. And I came across one of your podcasts, Cyndi, and I started listening to you every single morning when I walked the dog, and I was like, I need to find this woman because she is such an influence, and she's telling me everything I've needed to know these months. I started the program in November, and I just finished at the beginning of February, and I took a very different view. I established the business itself first. So I got everything in place. And then I started really marketing to clients. And so, really, March was the time I started marketing to clients. And I'm having insane success on LinkedIn. I'm coming from an HR background. So I already have the know like factor, and I'm just building the trust with all these people who I've known for years now as their HR professional. And all of these people are coming and they're like, I love that you're doing this. I need help. I had somebody last night say, I know I haven't talked to you in 4 years, but I need to book a cruise. And I booked a former coworker's honeymoon for them. And it's just been insane. And I did a little fam trip for myself the last 2 weeks down in Orlando, took a Disney cruise, went to Universal, stayed at the Contemporary, and I already have 7 clients for this month. And it's just been a whirlwind. I'm pinching myself.
I love that. Isn't that amazing when leads are coming in and you're on vacation? Like you're like, my marketing systems are working. That's fantastic. I love that it's all come together for you, Karen. That's amazing. Nicole's up next. Nicole, you want to tell everyone when you graduated and the little things you've been working on since the program?
So I graduated in July of 2021. So it's been almost 2 years now. And I came into the industry like fresh, like had not started any business, kind of was looking into starting my own travel agency, didn't really know where to start. And that's when I found like all of your YouTube videos. And I was like, okay, this is something that I like, if I'm going to do this and invest all this time and this money, like this is a program that I really want to do. And so I did it and I graduated, and I definitely have done like the slower, like kind of a slower start. But I finally feel now, like in the last like 3 months, I'm gaining a lot of clientele just from like word of mouth. I live in Iowa, so it's kind of smaller here. And I feel like the clients that I have right now are really good, and like it's the exact, I'm planning what I want to be planning. So now I'm just trying to get back into marketing and doing all of that to keep building my clientele. So I'm just really excited. Like I know that I've started slower, but I really wanted to, know what I'm doing and not jump in too much at once, being like brand new to the industry. And so now I feel like a lot more comfortable and confident. And I just love that, like, it's such a supportive group, no matter where you're at in your career. So yeah, I'm really excited.
And you can take it at any pace that feels good to you, but I love that you're kind of building out your niches, and sometimes that's important. Figuring out what you don't want to sell can be just as important as what you do.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I love that, Nicole. And Miss Keri, who we just saw out at our Gold Digger conference a few months ago. Keri, how have you been?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to unmute.
Oh, you're good, my friends.
I'm doing good. I'm doing really well. Thank you. Yeah, Gold Digger was such a great opportunity. And if anybody has any chance to go to another one, I would suggest it. It was great.
We had so much fun. Keri, what year did you graduate?
I graduated in July of 21.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Hard to believe. The time has went by so fast.
It
Yeah.
really does. Yeah, give us an update. How are things going for you today?
So every day, well, not every day, but I mean, I continually have leads coming in all the time and working on different things. And just about the time when I think, oh, I'm going to take a breather, then here they come. I get another wave of people. it's really
Mhm.
strange, and but it's wonderful how it's all worked out. And I'm just having a great time, and being able to take the careers on vacation and learning everything that I was able to learn through that program was an amazing opportunity, because I would have never been able to do what I'm doing now without that program. And I highly suggest anybody wanting to get into this industry to take the training. And myself, like a lot of other people, I just one day, I've wanted to do this for a long time, but then one day I just started searching travel agents, and I came across Cyndi, and it was kind of a no-brainer. After that, I did my discovery call, and it's it was just kind of where I was meant to be. And so I got started, got my first clients before I even graduated. And so I continue on with that motto of learning while earning, because I'm still learning and I'm still earning. So it's been really, really great.
Yeah, this is an industry where you're ongoing learning all the time, but I want to talk about your big success with your waves of clients. We call that a high class problem to have, Keri, right?
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Now, what I wanted to like, it's been my journey. Like, I started educating travel professionals when I was just 20, 21 years old, right? So at this point, I've trained thousands of travel agents, but I say that because like the honor of my life has been to help walk you guys through this path of getting started and empowering you to have your lives however you want to have them. And what I've been hearing on a lot of these panels, kind of the where are they now, is we're talking a little bit about like when you think about your origin story and where you started. Obviously, all of you guys started with COV in that, and now you're interacting with people in the industry who didn't have that same advantage of going through COV or having that structure or those resources or proper training or a real certification. When you think about that, are you happy you did the COV certification? Do you feel like you're more equipped than people out there? I'd love to ask that question. Let's go backwards this time. We'll start with Keri and then we'll back up to Jamie.
Yes, definitely. I was kind of hesitant at first, because like a lot of people, you become hesitant because of the cost. And it's like, I haven't even started my business yet, and now I need to pay this out. But it was totally worth it, and I would do it again 100 times over.
I love it. Nicole, what about you?
I would agree with that statement, especially like you said, like just starting out and you already see that cost up front. And like I already made that up in my first year off of profit. So for me, that was like a huge thing where it was just like, okay, like this is working. And like I think comparing it to other agents that maybe necessarily haven't done the program, like I belong to, different travel agent pages on Facebook and stuff like that. That's not COV related. And I see some of the things that other agencies like ask or people are saying in there. And I'm like, what? Like, I just feel like it, like some of the stuff you're just kind of like, how do you not know that? Or like, it was something that I'm grateful that I did learn through all of this program, or like just the resources that we have with each other. So I definitely agree that
Sometimes
I'm
it's
definitely glad.
scary.
Yeah, I'm
Sometimes
like,
it's
how are
scary.
you helping these people?
And it's not, to know, sometimes you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's
Yes,
like, if you're going to be a
exactly.
doctor, you should learn how to work the instruments
Yeah.
you're going to do surgery with, right?
Right.
And I know exactly what you're talking about, Nicole. And it's my heart goes out to people. That's why we do the free education that we do. But you guys know, inside the program, it's like we go through all of that. So I know what you're talking about with the Facebook feeds for sure. Karin, what about for you?
One of the big things I've seen is, especially, I'm a Disney travel advisor. So I don't want to be transactional. I want to be relationship building. I want people to have an amazing vacation and then come back to me year after year and think about me for something outside of Disney, say their honeymoon or something. And I see a lot of the Disney travel agents just being very transactional, saying, oh, look, you can get $5,000 off of this, or you can get 30% off of this, and that's not the kind of person I want to be. I want to educate people. I want to make them more well known. And that was one of the things that really the program instilled in me, is how to provide that level of service and not be a transactional travel agent, to be somebody. These people are spending a lot of money on vacations, and sometimes it's over $10,000, which could be a very large chunk of money for some of these individuals. So you want to make sure that you're giving them the most vacation for their dollar.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. That's a great point, Karin. Zoa, what about for you?
So, I will say for me, as far as like the cost of the program, honestly, that was not even a thing for me, just because, after reviewing everything that I get out of the program or got out of the program, it was a no-brainer. The time, the money, the effort that it saved me in just building my business structure and giving me everything I needed to go forward. I feel like everything is very well organized and very structured, and that's going to help me in the years to come, and it's going to save me a lot of time and trouble. And not only that, a couple other things is one, as far as like the Facebook feeds and stuff go, yeah, I mean, I see agents all the time posting stuff, and I'm going, whoa, really? And not only that, but talking about fee structures. I don't know that I would have ever charged a fee or thought to charge a fee, and how much money is that going to make me over, the long run. So, and not only that, but I love the whole, and I know we've talked about this before, community over competition. And that is so huge. And that is the basis that I'm building my agency on. I want to be fully supportive. And so it's just really, it not only do I get the support out of it, but my agents will get the same type of support, because it's that kind of environment. So COV has just been phenomenal for everything. So
yeah, I love that. I think community is like that surprise thing that, and the travel industry can sometimes not be the most positive place in certain circles, right? But we really preserve that in our community to go, guess what, guys, we can all be successful. Not only that, we can inspire each other and motivate each other, use these processes across the board. And you guys create that community, not Cyndi. Like, I'm there too, but like, I love that you guys all do that for each other. Jamie, what about for you, my friend?
Yeah, so I mirror everything that the rest of the panel has talked about. The big thing that I see really relates more to new ICs that I've hired, but more specifically, the ICs that are experienced and not newbies. And I'm always surprised at, well, what do you mean you're not utilizing social media to this degree, or email marketing, or, just the processes that they've been doing is just like out in left field for me. So what I love as being part of the Wanderlust CEO program is the Travel Partners Training Kit, that I can have my ICs go through the training and have that, stamp of approval that I know they are being taught all of the success tools that is going to help them, really leverage themselves in, the travel industry.
Yeah,
I am constantly pushing that.
Yeah, that standardized training model. And also, as an agency owner, it's a third party. So for those of you guys who don't know, in the Wanderlust CEO program, when people are becoming a certified agency owner, we work with them to earn their certification as an agency owner. But another way we support our owners is their new hires are allowed to take something called the Travel Professional Training Kit. And within that kit, they can have a standardized process for all of their new hires. So it makes it very consistent. And also, we're delivering it, not you. So you really are following those lines of, it's a contractor versus an employee, which a lot of new agency owners don't realize. You are not supposed to like have mandatory training in your programs. That can actually be a liability. So I love that you love that feature, Jamie. And that brings me to my next question now. And we don't have to go round circle on this one, but I just want to open it up to the group. one of the things we do from day one, whether you're in Careers on Vacation or Wanderlust CEO, is we teach you guys how to get the most profit out of your bottom line, whether it's through things like fees or monetizing your hiring process, or how do I make sure I'm making the right decisions and putting my infrastructure together so it's the best automation for the least amount of price, or all the different ways we teach you how to monetize groups and things like that. What are some tips you got from COV that you now have in place in your businesses today that are allowing you to earn extra revenue that maybe you didn't know about before you got in the industry? Give me some of your favorites on that. So again, we don't have to round robin, but any favorites that you guys have? I know Zoa mentioned fees, but I'll open it to the group.
I think just being able to upsell your clients, whether you offer them transportation or excursions or a dinner theater or a cruise dinner. I mean, anything, any type of extra that you can add on to that, that maybe they didn't even think about. So eventually that's going to end up earning you more money as well, as long in addition to adding to an amazing vacation for them.
Yeah, Keri, that's a great one. Mod 7, COV, right? We talk about always how do you enhance from a client service experience, but also when you enhance someone's vacation, you're earning more commission to your bottom line, and it is no more work to add one or two components on. They're happy, you're happy. It's a happiness all the way around, right? So making sure that you take that holistic approach. And also, one of the things I think I know we talk about is upselling and cross-selling through that client's life cycle. So if they booked a Disney, maybe they're going to do a cruise 3 months from now. And how are you putting that into your sales funnels, right? So it's kind of like, once you've established that relationship, kind of putting those measures in place. I love that. Anyone else want to speak on that? Jamie?
I think a big thing for me is that, in the industry, especially starting out, you just think about, what am I going to make in sales? What my sales going to be? But what I have definitely learned through these programs is that you don't put all of your earning potential in one basket. So about monetizing on social media, being paid to go and do speaking engagements or blog posts or affiliate opportunities. There's so many ways that you have different streams of income that I never really thought about going into this. So that is, I think, the thing that was most beneficial of, wow, there's a lot of earning opportunity here.
That's a good one, Jamie. And especially because you started COV in the middle of COVID. So when Jamie took COV, y'all, she's like, take my money. And I know I can't book any travel right now, right? But she doubled down. But what we did during that time when everything was shut down is we focused on what we could do. So we did talk about influencer marketing, Amazon stores, monetizing your YouTube, right? A lot of people don't realize there's so many different things you can do to add revenue streams. And that creates redundancies, right, in your cash flow that's coming in. So I thank you for reminding me of that, Jamie, because it's all in the program now today for people to take forward. But some people got by, they were able to buy groceries for their family because we have those extra things in the program. And now, no matter what happens, you are better prepared to weather storms that kind of go through. I love that. Miss Karin, did you have one to add? I saw you nodding your head.
I did. One of the things that you see a lot in the Disney realm is that people say my services are free. And I did that initially. I said my services are free. And the first time I asked, and I had a sales conversation with somebody, and I said, look, like, to book with me, this is going to be the base price and this is what it will be. And they were like, oh yeah, of course you need to get paid. And it was like, somebody understands that it's not just a commission based, like the people are willing to pay your fee. Yeah. And it has been something that even literally last night, my husband said to me, maybe it's time to increase your fee.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit more of a benefit for you to work with you. And then it really starts to push out the people who are those tire kickers.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys know, like I 70% of travel agents out there are charging fees now. But before COVID, I was the one that was out there going charge fee before COVID was a thing. So no matter what, I've always believed in that. We've always had that, how to teach you guys how to have the confidence to ask for fees. What's the talk track to do it? How do you build the value into the conversation when you're qualifying and then proposing and kind of going through that process? And a lot of people just think I'm new. There's no way I can charge a fee, right? And like you said, Karen, I tell you guys in class, I'm like, yep, go out there and try it, and you'll get burnt once or twice, and then go back to the curriculum we give you and follow it, because it makes a difference, because you know that client's not going to walk away. You have less clients that are ghosting you. And I think just having those skills makes a difference. And you know, when you're building your book of business, a lot of your trips aren't traveling until 2 months from now, 3 months from now. So that income you're bringing in is where you can do some more earning while learning, like Keri said. I love that. So Zoe, do you have one you want to add?
Yeah, I just kind of want to build on that a little bit, because, you know, in going through the COV and stuff, one of the things that we go over is it talks about our value. And so in charging those fees, I think that's huge. Like, we have to really showcase, and in showcasing, we learn what our actual value is. And that's providing that, you know, that one-on-one service, that, you know, catered service, that whatever you want to call it, you know, just that really, gosh, I'm not even sure, just, you know, you're just really involved with your clients' trips and their vacations. And it's not just, like was mentioned earlier, transactional. And I think that's huge, because you are there for that client. And so you learn to charge those fees, but also why you can charge those fees and how you showcase those services that you provide that makes it worth that fee. So that's huge.
100%. And you guys are all carrying a certification, right? So that speaks volumes before the client even gets on the phone with you. You have a certification on your website. Some of you use the banner. You get a whole marketing package, as you know, once you have your certification, that you can leverage throughout the industry to go, I actually know what I'm doing, right? So this is my fee. Don't be surprised by that. And we live in an e-commerce, you know, you go to the coffee shop and they're like, how much would you like to leave for a tip now, right? It didn't used to be like that. So in this new world, it's one of those things where it is not unusual, but some people do need that help with the confidence and kind of having that structure, for sure. All right, I have, and again, we don't have to round robin, but who's logged into the new Wanderlust campus? What do you guys think? So for everybody watching, when these students went through class, we didn't have Wanderlust campus. We had like an old mem site. It worked fine, all successful from the old one. But just recently, over the past few months, we have launched Wanderlust campus. So now, even though they took the program years ago, in some cases, Jamie, as far back as 2020, they got brand new Wanderlust campus, all of their original program materials, but now updated for today. And we keep those updated, and all the cool features. So what do you guys think about Wanderlust campus since we've launched it?
I love it. I think it runs very smooth. I like the layout of it. It's super easy to navigate. It loads very quickly. I hate to say it, but the last site did not load very quickly for me. This loads super fast, and I just love the way it's all laid out. It's perfect.
I love it. Yeah, we had a lot of videos getting in our library over there.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Any other notes on Wanderlust campus since you guys have been out of the program?
I was at the very tail end when the new program was rolling out. And it honestly, the new campus is so much more intuitive. And I understood how to navigate the old one, but it seems to be so much more user friendly. And you go in and you're like, oh, I need to go look that up. Because literally, even, you know, I have a call tomorrow morning. I'm going to take 30 minutes and go back in and review some of the modules and make sure that I've got all the questions I need for the intake. I've got everything I want to say for the fee conversation. And it's just so easy to find it now.
Yeah, all those bonus resources, all the titles for it's much more easy to navigate. Well, I'm glad you guys are loving it. And that is phase 1 of 3. We have some more good, I can't talk about it yet because we're not ready to release it, but you guys know we're always working behind the scenes, and that's our kind of thank you to you. You trusted us at the beginning of your journey, so we like to keep giving you gifts, even though we didn't promise them. So continue to enjoy Wanderlust campus. Last question I'm going to ask today is give everyone watching, what is your number one tip if they're thinking about becoming a travel agent? Like, what's some knowledge or advice you'd like to share forward since you've all gone through different journeys in your career so far? Jamie, you want to start, and we'll go circle wise.
That do not wait another second before you sign up for Careers on Vacation. It will be the best investment that you have ever made for the success of your company. You know, it truly, when I say it's been life-changing, that doesn't even begin to explain what this program has done. And the thing that I love even more is that, you know, I tell people all the time when I talk about Careers on Vacation is, you know, we all at some point were stalking Cyndi online before we you know, decided to make this investment. But I tell everybody, you know, what you see in those videos is true. Like, you are so supportive to everybody. You know, we talk about, you know, you being a cheerleader for us for life. And it's true. I know, even though I've been out of the program for a while now, I have a whole support team that if I have a question, I can always go back to. So that, I mean, the program, yes, is phenomenal, and it is going to take your business on an extraordinary path, but just having this as a resource indefinitely, I mean, you can't put words on the value for that.
I love that. Thank you, Jamie. Zoa, what about for you?
So, like Jamie said, I would definitely not hesitate. Don't waste the time doing all these other crazy things that are not going to work. COV has worked. It's given me everything I've needed. It's given me the freedom to make the choices that I want to in my life and my career and building something. And I love the continued support. The one thing that I will say is you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So take it seriously, learn the material, ask for help when you need it, and just go for it. And I guess the last thing I would say is don't get frustrated if it doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it can take a little time. Stick with it, stay the course, because it will happen. If you believe it, it will happen. And COV helps us to achieve that with our belief.
Yeah, consistency is key, right? Love that. Karin, what about for you?
You know, as somebody who changed careers completely almost midlife and went from being in HR to deciding to follow my passion of travel, it was very scary and it was very lonely. And I felt very alone. And even through my first host, it was very lonely. And once I joined the COV, you have this amazing community and you can post questions into the Facebook group. The coaches that we worked with even during the program answer the questions. Brandon answered a question for me, and it was like what I needed to hear just this morning. And it's just such an amazing community. And one of the things a few of us from my group did is we actually banded together because we don't have ICs yet. We don't have all the knowledge. So I'm Disney. One of my friends is cruises. One of my friends is all inclusive. One of my friends is international. So when we get somebody who wants one of those types of trips, we refer them over. And so we've built this great accountability group where we meet twice a month and we talk to each other and we're holding each other accountable and we're pushing each other forward and we're reminding each other what we learned in the COV program. And honestly, Cyndi, the coaching group that you have put together, it's amazing. These people are amazing. And I strive one day to be one of your coaches because I just want to impart this level of professionalism and knowledge onto other people like you guys have done for us.
Oh, I love that. I cried on the last panel. I said I was not going to cry after this panel. But that is everything, right? Like, my team is everything to me. And you guys have seen this evolution from me doing everything when I was doing private coaching to now I do. I have the most amazing team, and it's been beautiful to see how this whole thing has grown as our community grows. And I love that you guys have an accountability circle, because it's so lonely when you're in that silo and you're by yourself. So to now have this new family that will go forward with you as you guys all grow has just been a beautiful thing. You know, I look years back where people started with, so many of you had never worked in travel before. Now you have businesses that are supporting the lifestyle that you want. It's such a rewarding thing. So thank you, Karin, so much. Nicole, you're up next, my friend.
Okay, definitely building off of like just the community that, you know, you get with COV. And I think that that comes from like, even when you're just starting your own business as an entrepreneur is kind of a scary thing to begin with. So, and then like, you know, trying to figure out the travel industry as a new person coming into it, and just having that COV group just made it like so much easier. I mean, because there's just so many like mental blocks that you go through like in this whole process. There's so many ups and downs. Like that's what I felt when I was starting. And I'm sure like a lot of other people also feel that. So it's just, it was like so nice just having that group all together. Sorry, my dog is coming to bother me.
We love dogs. You know, we love dogs and kids in class. Just bring them up.
So I think that just having like that support, especially like when you're starting your own business and just seeing that other people are going through the same things, makes you feel like, okay, it is normal to doubt yourself, or it is normal to have like these things come up. And I think that was like the biggest thing for me, because I mean, I was starting fresh, and I know a lot of other people started fresh too. And so like just having that support was really like the push that I needed and continue to need. So it's just like that would be like my number one thing about this program, is just feeling comfortable and feeling like you can relate to other people going through the same thing. So
100%. Yeah. Starting a business is scary. Like my first couple businesses were failures because I didn't know what I was doing. Right. So it's like, but having, you know, that roadmap, I think that's what I tried to build, is because, you know, once I figured out what I was doing with, you know, all the years that I did to get to the success, I was like, what did I need when that period happened? And like, let me skip over the challenges and all those things. So you guys get to do that. And you're doing that journey together with everyone in class, which is always fun to see. Miss Keri, you're bringing up the last here.
I know, gosh, how do I follow all of that? Other than I ditto everything that everyone has said. And I don't regret for a minute the choice that I made when I chose to be a travel agent. My husband and I have owned our own business for over 20 years, and adding this on to my resume has just been amazing. And taking the COV program and working with all of you, and having the support groups that you give to everyone in the programs. And even after you're done, there's still so many opportunities to continue learning and getting the support that you need, and knowing that no question is a stupid question, no matter how many times you've asked it. And so that's just having that support system. And there's so many days when I wish that I could call Evie.
Oh, I know.
And you know, she was my coach, and she was such a wonderful person to work with. And you all have continued to keep her memory alive for so many people. And that was really great at the Gold Digger. I mean, it was just an amazing thing to be involved with. And so, but just having the Facebook groups and the learning opportunities and the options that everyone has to learn this or that or the other thing, or take it all in, or take little segments. It's your choice. And so that's just, the support system is really amazing. And I will never regret the moment that I took that discovery call and decided to move forward with being a travel agent.
I love that. Well, Keri, thank you for trying to make me cry again.
I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine.
I had to mention her.
Yeah, and that, Evie's spirit lives on through our entire community. This is, you guys go to our website, check out Evie's story. When she passed away, it was such a hard year for our team because we watched her go through that process. Oh, you guys are getting me again with this crying. But I see myself as like, my opportunity in the situation is to take her story forward and continue to share on. And what we heard after Evie passed away, I had so many students reach out to us and they were like, Evie had tattoos and she had pink hair and like she was just this like force to be reckoned with, right? Like just all love was like the embodiment of love. But our students felt like it was going to be a safe space in our, y'all got me today. Felt like it was going to be a safe space, and it is. That's what Careers on Vacation is. So we've dedicated a little piece of our new website to Evie so you guys can read about her story a little bit more. But that was one of the things where there's a lot of programs and things out there that are like, we're in the travel industry, put your nylons and your makeup on, and we're going to be a certain way. At Careers on Vacation, it's like, we're not your mama's like travel school. Like we are the next level of like, everybody's welcome here. We always have a safe space for questions. We're going to show up in love and meet you where you are, whether you're really advanced and you're an agency owner that has 300 agents, or you have never booked anything in your life, right? So I think that, thank you for bringing that up, Keri. I was like, I'm going to get through one of these panels without crying. I don't know which one. But that's such a beautiful thing. And so just that whole kind of tie in, and we'll continue to have Evie's legacy as a thread through this company for as long as it exists. So I want to thank all of you guys for being on the panel today. Love you guys. Go visit our website if you want to learn more. And congratulations to all of you guys on all of your success. We'll be watching for years to come. You guys know how to do all the things now. So now it's just rinse and repeat and build those businesses as large as you want them to be. But really, it's been the honor of my life to be your coach and mentor and build these programs that have helped you guys. So thank you for trusting us on your journey. So we'll see you guys next time. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all the content available to you on our channel. And I invite you to follow along, travel with me around the world as I grow and scale my travel businesses. You're gonna pick up some great tips, some great tricks on how you can grow your own travel brand too. I'm gonna drop some links down below, and also check out these videos I handpicked just for you.